इस वक्त हम दंतेवाड़ा जिले के समेली इलाके में मौजूद हैं, जहां पर माओवादियों ने आज जो है देर शाम को जो है एक आईडी ब्लास्ट की है, जिसमें एक जवानों से भरी जो पिकअप है वो ब्लास्ट की चपेट में आ गई है, जिसमें जवानों की शहादत हुई है। जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं कि जो ये रोड है और यहाँ बहुत ही इतना विस्फोट भयानक था कि देख सकते हैं आप, गड्ढा देख के अंदाज़ा लगाया जा सकता है कि कितना जो है यहाँ पर भारी विस्फोट हुआ होगा।
जो ये लड़ाई है वो अंतिम दौर पे चल रहा है और नक्सलियों को किसी सूरत में छोड़ा नहीं जाएगा।
वहाँ कुछ दूरी में नक्सली छिपे होने की गोपनीय जानकारी थी। डीआरजी के जवान रवाना किए गए थे। सर्चिंग के बाद लौट रहे थे तो आईडी ब्लास्ट किया गया है, जिसमें 10 जवान और एक ड्राइवर की मृत्यु हुई है।
Watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. Red terror continues to bleed the state of Chhattisgarh. In yet another Naxal attack in Dantewada, at least 10 soldiers of the District Reserve Guard, along with a driver, were killed in an IED attack. The Naxals ambushed the DRG forces while the team was on a combing operation in the Aranpur district. Additional forces have been rushed to the area as the search of the attackers is underway. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel assured swift action, saying Naxal operations are their last leg, adding that no attacker will be spared. Home Minister Amit Shah, in fact, died the Chhattisgarh Chief Minister and assured all aid from the centre. NSG teams are likely to join the investigation as well. And we are going straight to Dantewada, where Satyanarayan Chandak is joining us live. सत्यनारायण जी, मुझे ये बताइए कि जब ये घटना घटी तो क्या कोई इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर प्राइमा फेसाई दिख रहा है? ये कैसे मुमकिन है कि उन लोगों को ये खबर नहीं थी कि इस तरह का कुछ नक्सल अटैक हो सकता है? और ये भी बात है कि जब इतना बड़ा मूवमेंट था, 10 से 11 पुलिस ऑफिसर्स मूव कर रहे थे, तो क्या कोई फॉरवर्ड पार्टी का मूवमेंट नहीं था? क्या यहाँ पे प्रोटोकॉल जो होता है मूवमेंट का नक्सल बेल्ट में, वो सब भी तोड़ा गया है?
जी, आपको बता दूं कि पहले तो घटनाक्रम पूरी तरह से बताऊंगा आपको कि सीमावर्ती इलाका है दंतेवाड़ा और सुकमा का। वहां पर जो है डीआरजी के जवान जो है ऑफिस पे निकले हुए थे। कल जवान जो है कमल पोस्ट एक कैंप है वहां पहुंचे हुए थे। वहां से जवानों ने आज सुबह जो है सर्चिंग अभियान चलाया है, जिसमें आज सुबह जो है माओवादियों के साथ में एक मुठभेड़ हुई थी, जिसमें एक नक्सली घायल हुआ था। उस घायल नक्सली को वो कमल पोस्ट लेके आया है। उसके बाद जो है एक 7 गाड़ियों का काफिला था, जिनको जो है कमल पोस्ट से दंतेवाड़ा जाना था। ये तीसरे नंबर गाड़ी थी, जिसमें 10 डीआरजी के जवान सवार थे और माओवादियों ने जो है तीसरे वाहन को निशाना बनाया, जिसमें 10 डीआरजी के जवान शामिल थे और करीब 100 मीटर दूर से माओवादियों ने बैठकर घात लगाकर जो है वाहन को निशाना बनाया है। और कहीं ना कहीं जैसा कि आप बता रहे थे कि कहीं ना कहीं इंटेलिजेंस पूरी तरह से फैले, क्योंकि ये इलाका जो है नक्सल प्रभावित इलाका जरूर है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं ये स्टेट हाईवे रोड है, स्टेट हाईवे 5 नंबर रोड का है। और पिछले 1.5 साल से जो है पूरा प्रशासन और पुलिस फोर्स इस सड़क को बनाने में लगी हुई थी, इस कवायद में लगी हुई थी, क्योंकि वो जो इलाका है जगरगुंडा का इलाका है, जो कि सीमावर्ती सुकमा का इलाका है, उसको जोड़ने के लिए ये रोड जो है काफी महत्वपूर्ण मानी जा रही थी। इस इलाके में लगातार जो है जवानों का जो है आमद रहा है। जवान लगातार इस इलाके में जो है जवानों की सुरक्षा में ये सड़क का निर्माण हुआ है। और कहीं ना कहीं इस रोड पे अगर ब्लास्ट हुआ है तो कहीं ना कहीं इंटेलिजेंस पूरी तरह से फैल हुआ है, क्योंकि ये काफी सेफ जोन है। यहाँ पर हर रोज करीब जो है सैकड़ों वाहनें यहाँ से गुजरती है और साथ ही साथ जो है बताया जाता है कि जवान भी अक्सर इस इलाके में जो है 4 पहिए वाहनों में गुजरते हैं। और लिहाजा चूंकि सुरक्षित इलाका था, इसलिए जवानों ने जो है ये रिस्क उठाया था कि 4 पहिए वाहन में बैठकर जवान दंतेवाड़ा की ओर जा रहे थे, क्योंकि अक्सर इन इलाकों में एक प्रोटोकॉल होता है कि खास करके नक्सल प्रभावित इलाका हो, जहां पर अक्सर जवान जो है बाइक पे सवार होकर ही जवानों को परमिशन होता है। और करीब जो है दोनों बाइक के बीच में करीब 4 से 5 मीटर की दूरी होना जरूरी है। एक प्रोटोकॉल बनाया गया है, क्योंकि इससे पहले भी कई घटनाओं में देखा गया है कि माओवादी जो है बड़े आसानी से आईडी ब्लास्ट करते हैं और जिसमें जो है जवान शहीद होते हैं। जी
सत्यनारायण, आपने जो अहम बात ये बताई कि जो मूवमेंट होता है, जो प्रोटोकॉल होता है, वो शायद इसमें फॉलो नहीं किया गया। सत्यनारायण जी, थैंक यू सो मच। अ पीस ऑफ ब्रेकिंग न्यूज नाउ कमिंग इन। Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel has now cancelled his election visit to Karnataka. He was scheduled to be there for election campaigning. He will be, in fact, visiting Dantewada to pay tribute to the slain Jawans and take stock of the situation. Arunima is joining me live. Arunima, the question is, do we now know why this ambush took place? The fact is that this is an IED blast. What is visible prima facie is that the protocols were not followed when a movement of this nature happens.
Yes, SOP was not followed. That goes without doubt. A number of SOPs were not followed. A, why were they taking a four-wheel vehicle? That too, we told it was taken on rent. And this is a common practice there because the resources, especially for the state police, even after so much money and resource being pumped in by the center, the resources for the state police there is often found wanting. So taking buses on hire is a common practice. And why is that dangerous? Because when you take a bus on hire, the information travels that this team has taken this bus on hire, which means they're going to travel. And who does that information travel to? From village to village, and those villagers often are also Naxal cadre. So renting out a vehicle is violation of SOP number 1. Number 2, you should not take the same road twice. That's the golden rule in Naxal territory, because Naxals often watch out for you. If they see you go up on a track, and if they know that you will come back on the same track, they lay in ambush. So the SOP is always take a different route to come back. That's violation number 2. Violation number 3, traveling in a vehicle, in a four-wheel vehicle, and not traveling in a bike, something that our colleague was also flagging off. Usually when it is unavoidable to travel via motor vehicle, you take a bike. Otherwise, the SOP says you should walk, because walking often saves you. Even if you step on a pressure bomb or a pressure IED, you will lose one person. Here, the entire team of 10 and the driver had no chance. If you look at the remains of the vehicle, all that remains are mangled, steel frame. There's nothing else. Imagine the impact on the human body. So definitely violation of the standard operating procedure. But what made the leader of this DRG group take this decision, that only investigation can tell.
All right, Arunima, our editor, Home Affairs, thank you so much for your time. Let me bring in my guests. MP Nathaniel is former IG CRPF and a Naxal expert. We also have Dr. Vikram Singh, former IPS officer. Mr. Nathaniel, I'm going to begin with you. This was a group which was acting on a tip-off about Maoist presence in Aranpur. A team of DRG had left to conduct an anti-Maoist operation. The team was returning in a vehicle to the headquarters when the IED planted on the Aranpur road blasted, killing the 11 personnel. What is visible here is prima facie that there is an SOP failure. The SOP has not been followed. The intelligence, which is very key in these movements, has failed as well, and this has led to the death of 11 of our Jawans. But the larger question is that why are we seeing them carry out an operation at this scale? 11 is a huge number.
Good evening to you. Thank you for having me on your show. This is a very saddening incident, and my condolence to the bereaved families. The problem is that very often when the situation tends to become normal, the men also take it a little lightly about the intelligence report that they get, because intelligence reports keep flowing in all the time. And on the basis of intelligence report, they need to be very cautious rather than being casual like the way they got into a vehicle altogether. And that would have been dangerous even otherwise. The SOP has to be followed at any cost. They cannot be taking a vehicle and all the 8 soldiers sitting in that. It is not the right way of conducting operation in this area. Particularly when they are returning, it's a big, huge responsibility for the leaders, the section commander, the platoon commander, or the company commander, whoever is accompanying the troop, to ensure that the men do not get into any vehicle to return to their bases. Because that is the time when the Maoists strike. They know that the men are exhausted and they are in a terrible hurry to reach their destination. And that is the time when they exploit such things. And you never know, the vehicles also may be the one that they have engaged, and they may not have told the driver about this thing. And once they have started moving, they have informers at every place who would be informing the chap who is handling the explosive. He'll inform them well in advance that the troops are moving in such and such vehicle and it is heading towards the target area.
Okay.
So
Okay.
accordingly, the man prepares and he targets and causes a huge explosion, which then results in such casualties.
Yes, but I want to understand from you, Dr. Vikram Singh, according to the data that was provided by the CRPF earlier this year, they had said that the incidence of left-wing extremism attacks in Chhattisgarh had dropped by 77% in 2022 compared to 2010, but the incident of killings were increasing, and now we are seeing a killing of this nature. So where is India's fight against left-wing extremism going or heading?
Maria, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Nathaniel. The fight against the Naxal and the left-wing extremism is going on predictable and very correct and encouraging lines. This lone example, howsoever tragic it may be, cannot be exemplified as something that has never happened in the past. And I do hope that we learn from the mistakes so elaborately pointed out by Mr. Nathaniel, and we should not repeat, never ignore the standard operating procedures, never take the same route back which we took earlier. And the Naxals are very intelligent people. They are not as they appear to be on your video clips. They are sharp people. They have a think tank. They have a research and development. The explosives and the IEDs, you see the enormity of the explosion, that the road has almost caved in. So you can well imagine the type of explosion that must have happened. Their explosions, their R&D, and how to get the maximum casualties, and the use of deception as a unit, as an ingredient of their war against the state. Therefore, I would say that we also need to, because it is not that we are complacent, but yes, the encouraging results in the past have given, yes, that we have not taken it very seriously. Now we need to up our antennae and put it on a war footing. Let us hope that we can give a befitting reply in the next 24 hours.
Yes.
They had their scouts, we did not have. They had their alerts, we did not have.
Yes.
They took precautions and we didn't. This is the gist of the problem.
Yes, but Mr. Nathaniel, if we look at the data again, it said very clearly that the attacks were not happening. You know, the Maoists had realized that attacking in large number may not be the best way forward, and hence the Maoists have started targeted attacks, and that was happening in smaller numbers. But when we look at an attack of this nature, where SOPs are visibly not followed, they have taken the same route which they had, taken perhaps when they were traveling. Is there a degree of complacency here?
To some extent, of course, there must have been some degree of complacency, and that is largely due to the fact that in that particular region, now they have started feeling that Dantewada is comparatively better, comparatively more peaceful as compared to Sukma, Bijapur or other neighboring areas. So that complacency has set in merely because they felt Dantewada mein kuch hoga nahi, since there has been no such serious incident in the past few years or months, and that is the reason they resort to moving by vehicles, leaving aside the SOP, and that causes a great havoc for the personnel. They should not have taken this route, and even if they had, they should have been on foot, so that even if there was in fact, I feel that if they were on foot, the Maoists would not have taken the risk of exploding such a huge amount of IEDs over there. They would not like to waste it for one man. So they must have been waiting for a target like this, where they could have caused massive casualty. And that they have achieved. That was their objective, which they have achieved now.
Vikram Singh, final word to you. This is... many will see this as a setback in the entire efforts by the government against the Naxal and the Naxal movement. There have been several victories, but this attack and India losing its, soldiers and they have been martyred in this brutal manner, IED used as well. Will it be fair to say that this is desperation, act of desperation, and because this entire fight against the Naxals, the left-wing extremism is in its last leg?
Absolutely, Maria. It is a setback, but certainly not a reverse. My advice to the forces would be, please use technology to your advantage.
Do you have
robotics, AI, and also avionics and artificial intelligence, so that you have an edge over the Naxals. And I think that will be the winning edge.
All right. Dr. Vikram Singh and MP Nathaniel, thank you so much for that perspective. Piece of breaking news coming in on this story. And in fact, the Union Cabinet observed a minute of silence over the Dantewada attack. And this is what we know now, because remember, the cabinet meeting has just concluded and union ministers are briefing the press. Arun Dhata is joining me on the phone line. So certainly, union ministers paying tribute to the martyrs, and the Prime Minister has tweeted. We have seen Home Minister also having a word with Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. Arun.
Well, that's right. They're observing this silence of 1 minute in that, in fact, cabinet meeting, and dastardly attack which happened in Dantewada. Everyone share their grief and thoughts with the family members of those Jawans who, laid their lives while on duty. And of course, the government of the day has been saying that how they are, putting all the efforts to bring, Maoists and other people to the mainstream. And in fact, even in the past, we had seen there's huge reduction as far as these cases are concerned. But unfortunately, what happened today is something which nobody had expected. In fact, Amit Shah, Home Minister, had spoken to the Chief Minister and offered all the support which the state needs at this point in time. And of course, the perpetrators behind this will really not be spared. That is going to be a clear message from the side of the Home Ministry, and of course, in the future, perhaps they will, take all the precautions that such incidents are not occurred.
Thank you so much, Arun. Shifting focus now to our top political story. Ahead of the Karnataka elections, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath hit the campaign trail and launched a scathing attack against the Congress while addressing a rally in Mandya district. Touting his politically tested law and order brand from Uttar Pradesh, he said the Congress supported the PFI while the BJP banned this outfit. He stated that there is no violence in Karnataka after the PFI was banned. Stating his own track record from Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Yogi Adityanath said there is no violence or curfews, adding that mafia rule has been dismantled in Uttar Pradesh. This comes after Amit Shah made a similar pitch in the poll-bound state, saying a vote for Congress is a vote for rioters. The Congress hit back at Yogi Adityanath, accusing him of spreading communal poison in the state, arguing that it is time to end the corrupt rule of the Saffron Party. Even the JDS stepped in and said the BJP's influence in the state is on its last leg and Karnataka is yearning for change. After securing a second term in Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath is a powerful political brand of the saffron camp, a card used by the BJP to accuse the opposition of vote bank politics and going easy on anti-social elements. While this clearly worked in the state of Uttar Pradesh, the question is, will it deliver dividends for the BJP in the state of Karnataka?
Shri Yogi Adityanath ji ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಖಂಡ ಭಾರತದ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ
जो सरकार कर्नाटका में आई है उसने हर स्तर पर आपका विश्वास तोड़ा है। पैसों से विधायकों को खरीदा गया, कांग्रेस और जेडीयू की सरकार को तोड़ के बनाया।
This time people are already decided to choose JDS. BJP and Congress behavior in between them. People have discussed about their attitudes.
Shatabdi Sivanna is Karnataka Congress spokesperson. We have Imran Pasha from the JDS and Professor Sanjay Kumar of CSDS. Professor Sanjay Kumar, Yogi Adityanath has a model of governance. He is seen as a tough administrator. He is seen as a no-nonsense, chief minister. Do you think Bommai, as a chief minister, doesn't have much to showcase, and hence BJP is relying on a successful brand of a chief minister in Yogi Adityanath?
Maria, certainly if we compare the governance of Yogi Adityanath in UP and the governance of Bommai in Karnataka, I think there is a lot of difference. I am saying this from people's point of view. Yes, I think BJP is on a slippery wicket. If we look at the whole issue of governance, the whole issue of corruption as is being charged by the opposition parties in Karnataka. So I think BJP is trying to make for that, and Yogi Adityanath is a star campaigner of BJP. BJP now he is campaigning in Karnataka. He's just trying to send out a message that BJP is doing good governance, just to overshadow the kind of dissatisfaction people may have with the Bommai government. So his presence would remind people of BJP being capable of doing good governance, strong administration, etc. And Hindutva card is always being used by Adityanath. This is what he's trying to do in Karnataka as well.
Yes, so he brings in the factor, talking about the PFI. So is this not an attempt also at polarization?
Yes, you can say it's an attempt of polarization. I think it is also an attempt to mobilize the Hindu votes in your favor. We can call it polarization. We can call it a positive mobilization in favor of BJP among one section of voters, which is the Hindu voters. So I think this Hindu-Muslim card or reference to Hindu-Muslims and religious symbols is going to be used in the next few days till the Karnataka goes to poll on the 10th of May. So this will be used in coming days and coming weeks, Maria.
Yes, and then Shatabdi, the Congress party has much to explain because, as far as the vote bank politics is concerned or politics of appeasement is concerned, the fact that PFI was supported in many ways, as the BJP is saying, by the Congress party, it's a banned outfit. The BJP is the party which went ahead and did it. That doesn't really mean, that certainly means for the Congress party that you'll have much to defend.
No, not at all, Mandya. We don't have absolutely anything to defend. Sri Siddaramaiah ji in 2020 itself called for an entire ban on PFI. However, we are not addressing the elections on these issues. We're going to and the people of Karnataka have realized that this double engine of the Bharatiya Janata Party has failed with double efficiency. The people of Karnataka are first-hand witness to the 40% corruption of the Bhrasht Janata Party. I will have to consume the entire time on your show if I have to chart out the scams of the BJP in the last 3.5 years. They have looted the people of Karnataka to the tune of 1.5 lakh crore rupees, which is honest taxpayers' money. Is this the na khaunga, na kane dunga policy of Mr. Modi? Maria, other than that, nothing is affordable in this insensitive BJP government. The prices of fuel and the prices of essential commodities have skyrocketed, and it's directly affecting and hurting the common man. The BJP promised double income to farmers, but they have pushed Karnataka to the second spot with respect to farmer suicide. They promised 2 crore jobs annually, but they haven't filled the already existing vacant jobs of 2.5 lakhs in the state government. I can confidently assure you, Maria, that the Bharatiya Janata Party has betrayed the people of Karnataka, and they have not fulfilled 90% of the promises that they made in their manifesto. By comparing the prices of 2013 to that of 2023, the people of Karnataka are vehemently objecting to BJP's destruction of Karnataka, and they are saying that, "Arey bhai, hame aapke अच्छे दिन नहीं चाहिए, hame hamare purane din वापस दे दो." These are the issues that people of Karnataka will go in and will consider for voting Congress into power. The lives of people have become unbearable and absolutely difficult under this government. We are fighting every day. These are the points that the people of Karnataka are going to consider, and they're going to vote. The Bharatiya Janata Party, their national leadership, their state leadership, their star campaigners can take as much time as they want. They will not address any of these issues that I have highlighted, but they will come to Karnataka and they will try to polarize the voters on the lines of caste, creed, religion, and they'll rake up a sentimental and communal issue, and they'll threaten, I find it funny, they'll threaten the people of Karnataka that we require the blessings of Shri Narendra Modi ji. We are confident and self-sustained people. We belong to the land of Shri Kitturani Channamma. We belong to the land of Baswana, and we don't need this corrupt communal government to help us anymore. And yes, it is true that the people of Karnataka are yearning for a change this time.
No, but the question is that when it comes to the politics of polarization or politics of appeasement, it is the Congress and the JDS which has much to explain. The issue of reservation is something that the Congress talks about. Minority appeasement is something that the Congress talks about. Are you not worried about a counter consolidation of the majority here when you have likes of Yogi Adityanath campaigning?
No, not at all. You know, Congress has always maintained that we are a secular party. We will take every religion, every community, every section of the society into confidence. It is our primary motive to ensure that poor and vulnerable sections of the society are protected. If it's with respect to, you know, anti-national institutions, then law can take its own course. And with respect to reservation, the BJP has cheated all communities. They have adopted a cheat all game plan. They have, the Lingayat community is seeking for a 14% reservation, and they have given them a meager 2%, a minuscule 2% reservation. And even otherwise, they have changed the reservation 3 times in the last 90 days, and all of them are untenable.
Okay, tell me, Imran Pasha, how worried are you with this brand Yogi Adityanath at play in Karnataka?
Yeah, hi, this is, I apologize, I joined late because of some due to technical glitch. Okay, so what I want to say, being a Kannadiga from Karnataka, the regional politics matters a lot, okay, rather than the national politics. Because we have our very own concerns, very own issues, we have a solution for that. I don't think any person or any leader from any other state knows better than the leaders in the home state. Okay, it's not right being asking a votes or considering a Modi brand or a Yogi brand and running a politics or the government in any other state. I, as a Kannadiga, as a Karnataka person, I want my state issues to be highlighted, and whoever the leader are there in the state, I want them to be come up and run a government and launch a manifesto based on the state requirement. Is this clear? Can you hear me?
No. The question is that, you know, there is someone who is coming to the state of Karnataka talking about a model that he has, and it's a successful model of governance. To say that he's an outsider campaigning in another state may not be a fair answer. You know, there is someone who is a successful chief minister and he's talking about the model of governance then.
So, as per recently, I came to know in the news and the media channel that whatever the presentation, what they are doing, that one of the module, what they have done in the UP or the Gujarat. So when we had an interaction with the people of the states, and we came to know that whatever the presentation which are happening in the media, it's almost a fake presentation. So we should not go always with the presentation, what they have done. We need to go to the grassroots and see what changes they have done. And I don't think in their government, any more development has been done in their home state.
Okay, there is a piece of breaking news that is coming in, and let me play that up for the viewers, and then I'll go back to Sanjay Kumar for a quick update. In fact, Congress leader Siddaramaiah has tweeted, and I'm quoting him, Congress party is committed to increasing the reservation limit from 50 to 75% and to increase reservation to all castes based on their population. Pallavi Ghosh is joining me on the phone line in the middle of election, and you know, with the model code of conduct in place, if this kind of an announcement is made by someone who is seen as a potential chief minister for the Congress party, someone who's a former chief minister of the Congress party, and it is said that the Congress party is committed to increasing the reservation limit from 50 to 75%, who is he hinting this reservation would benefit, Pallavi?
See, basically, we also have to understand the context. There's been a lot of controversy now for that 4% reservation for Muslims, which the BJP clearly has objected to. The counter which is now coming in from the Congress party because of the large number of OBC Dalit vote bank in Karnataka is what Siddaramaiah is definitely saying is 50 to 75%. I want to increase it to. It may not be easy because it's a matter which, of course, will have to go back to courts. But during election time, lots of promises, lots of commitments are made. And I think this is a huge googly really coming in from the Congress party at this point of time. Basically, 50 to 75% increase in reservation would be for the backwards, for the OBCs, for the Dalits. We're going to wait for a little bit more clarity on what exactly is he talking about. Is it into which jobs, in education system? But the point is that as we are inching closer to 10th of May or voting day, it's clearly a reservation issue which is now becoming an important political point between the BJP and the Congress.
Yes, but Pallavi, the larger question is, the S. Prakash of the BJP is now joining us. The question is, okay, Pallavi, the larger question is, this hike is not something that is constitutionally tenable. This will be challenged in Supreme Court and in the courts, and we have seen how a promise of this nature will never be implemented. Okay, the larger question then, Shatabdish, what exactly is the Congress party's calculation? How will and which caste benefits from it? Shatabdish, if you're there.
Shri Siddaramaiah ji, but however, I can state that all communities, including the Vakkaligas, Lingayat and other communities, are requesting the government to enable a reservation. Now, the BJP is cheating all these communities and blatantly stating that we'll increase reservation. However, it is untenable and unconstitutional in law. Now, what I infer from Siddaramaiah ji's tweet is that when we come to power, we will ensure that a socio-economic survey is done. We will ensure that an analysis is done as to who belongs to the poor sections of the society. A detailed report will be furnished, and based on which the Legislative House will have to make a recommendation to the national government to increase the ceiling limit of reservation from 50% to 75%, and an amendment by virtue of a constitutional amendment. This needs to be done, and this will be considered by the Congress party when voted into power, only paying heed to with respect to the requests of all these community leaders. However, it should stand constitutional and legal muster, and we'll look into it when we come into power.
Okay, but S. Prakash of the BJP is joining me. S. Prakash, how much of this is a setback? This is a huge announcement. How is the BJP planning to counter it?
No, it is a false promise doled out by Mr. Siddaramaiah, knowing very well 75% reservation is impossible in India. But as they have said, if they come to power. If they come to power means they are very sure they don't come to power. So they are making all kinds of promises to the people of Karnataka that we give thousands of rupees to every month. We give free rice, we give free money, we give free jobs, now free reservation. Everything they are promising sky high, only to fool the electorate, knowing very well the legal complications and constitutional impediment in implementing all these programs. However, the people of Karnataka are wise. They have understood the Congress party machinations, and these bogus promises will be outright rejected by them.
Okay, but you know, Mr. Prakash, when the BJP went for this move, the Bommai government went for this move of doing away with 4% reservation for Muslims and dividing it among the Vakkaligas and the Lingayats, the question certainly that was asked was that is it legally tenable? And we are seeing its future in the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court has put a stay on it. They realize that there is no empirical evidence for the Bommai government to back its statement and its claim. So my question to you is this, that politically speaking, this is a move that you thought that would benefit you, but during in the midst of an election of this nature, if an announcement has been made by the Congress party, the question is how will you counter it? There has to be a counter announcement by you.
No, it need not be a counter announcement when there is when a bogus promise is made by the Congress party just to counter the BJP's reservation, which has caught the imagination of the people. Everyone knows Mr. Siddaramaiah was Chief Minister for 5 years. It was his government which conducted the caste census, he did not even release the caste census prepared by his own government. That is the kind of commitment that he had in his previous stint. And there is no guarantee the promises so presently made will be met, and people are not willing to trust the Congress party promise or the party.
All right.
As far as the
But Mr. Prakash, there has to be a counter. You know, this is a big political electoral move of the Congress party. Let's see how it plays out in battleground Karnataka. Thank you so much. Shifting focus to another story, the political power plays continue in the state of Maharashtra after Chief Minister Eknath Shinde took 3 days leave to visit his hometown. Speculation continues that Eknath Shinde is reportedly upset over a role reversal between him and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis as part of a power-sharing agreement. The Shinde camp has maintained that he will continue as Chief Minister, while the Fadnavis camp has stated that Eknath Shinde will be the face of the alliance in the 2024 elections. This also comes ahead of Amit Shah's visit to Nagpur tomorrow, where he is likely to meet Shinde and Fadnavis. Meanwhile, there is no end to the buzz in the Agadi camp after the speculation of Ajit Pawar's exit with his loyal MLAs. Sources in the Mahavikas Agadi camp say that Uddhav Thackeray is open to give the Chief Minister post to the NCP in 2024. Sources also suggest that Uddhav Thackeray has no objection to Ajit Pawar's name as Chief Minister. So where are the power players headed? Which camp is solid? Which camp is on the brink of collapse? Ajit Pawar is now absent in the NCP Youth Morcha, where he was set to be present along with Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule. What does this absence mean? Vinaya Deshpande is joining me on the phone line. Vinaya, is Ajit Pawar's exit imminent?
Well, Maya, as of now, there are clear indications that there is some kind of, buzz and disturbance from within the NCP circles. That all is not well. We have seen on several occasions that hints have been dropped. We can't say yet if Ajit Pawar is on his way out or whether he will take another call. Clearly, it seems like there is an offer. Clearly, it seems like the buzz is quite strong that he is considering that offer very seriously. But it is also true that several NCP leaders, one after the other, have expressed their reservation and apprehension about splitting the party, about going ahead with Ajit Pawar without the consent of Sharad Pawar. And that is where we are being told that the germ of the issue lies, because as of now, sources within NCP say that Sharad Pawar is clearly not willing to switch sides. Whether Ajit Pawar is willing to stake all the claims, switch sides by himself, or whether he will wait for the uncle to further clarify his stance is something that yet remains to be seen. Back to you.
Right, Vinaya, thank you so much. Let me bring in my guest, China NC BJP spokesperson. We have Brij Mohan Srivastava of NCP, Rakesh Shetty of the Congress Party, and Sudhir Suryavanshi, author of the book Checkmate, and someone who has been keeping a close tab on the developments in Maharashtra, perhaps breaking all those stories way in advance, is also joining me live. I'm going to begin with you, Brij Mohan Srivastava. All's not well in the NCP? Mr. Srivastava, if you can hear me. Okay, Rakesh Shetty ji, how worried is the Congress because of the developments that are taking place in the NCP?
We are very happy.
Okay, why? What makes you happy?
We are very happy to see that BJP doesn't want Shinde government to survive in Maharashtra. And that's what we wanted. And basically Eknath Shinde has failed as Chief Minister to prove and to administrate Maharashtra, because in last 10 months, he has failed to get any major projects in Maharashtra. Secondly, BJP was expecting Eknath Shinde to counter Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena, but he has just curtailed himself to Thane district. And in Thane district, I would like to note that in last 10 months, more than 25 FIRs have been filed against
Rakesh Shetty, you should be
political
worried
opponents
about
of
what is
Eknath
happening in
Shinde.
the NCP rather than being worried about the government in power. They managed to form the government. Eknath Shinde is the chief minister, while
He's
the
still
Congress and the
chief
NCP was found
minister.
napping.
No, I am happy because that what we were saying from last 10 months. We were saying the same thing, that this is an illegal government which is running the state. And now BJP has at last agreed and understood what judgment is going to come in Supreme Court. That is the reason they are trying to convince Ajit Pawar and to bring him to his side. But I don't know whether they will
So
be successful
you are
or
saying
not.
that the BJP
only time
essentially
will
is
say.
preempting what could be a potential Supreme Court judgment. But the question then is, China NC, what exactly is the BJP's game plan here? The last we heard was from multiple BJP sources, all of them saying clearly and categorically that Eknath Shinde is their man and he is the face and he gets the caste calculation right. He is the face of the Shiv Sena and everything is right between the BJP and Mr. Shinde. China?
Absolutely it is, and I don't think there's any area of doubt. There is no area of doubt. There should be no area of doubt. Do understand, we not just have the numbers, but we have the numbers with a majority. The state is on the path to progress. Devendra Fadnavis ji, Eknath Shinde ji, the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Balasaheb Shiv Sena is very, very intact and ensuring that the work that we talk about, the development that we talk about, the infrastructure projects that we talk about, all are in accordance and in tandem with the Prime Minister's vision of a Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas. For those people who are constantly trying to make this as if some conspiracy theory, I think Mr. Ajit Pawar has said it quite clear. So why are we getting into speculation at this juncture? At this juncture, all we need to do is work for the mandate of the public of Maharashtra, work for the people of Maharashtra, and that's what our agenda is and will continue to be so.
Okay, Sudhir Suryavanshi, are we looking at some kind of a timeline here? Because what's visible is that somebody is checkmating someone, and who is exactly, making the right move, you tell me that.
See, in Maharashtra and even in Delhi, multiple things are happening at a multiple level. If you see in a nutshell, BJP was able to topple the Uddhav Thackeray government with the help of Eknath Shinde. They were able to split the Shiv Sena. Even Eknath Shinde has given the real Shiv Sena. Now Uddhav Thackeray is minus his father Shiv Sena. But after doing all these things, Uddhav Thackeray is emerging as a hero, or his sympathy towards is increasing day by day. His rallies, he's pulling lot of crowd to his rallies. His son is also pulling lot of crowd to his rallies. And other hand, the arrangement, the BJP which they made with the Eknath Shinde, that I call it as a makeshift arrangement, that has not been clicking to the ground. That has not been, the chemistry has not been working properly. And there is no resonance, among the people also. So I think that the tag of, Khoke government or the Gaddar and other, tag has been percolated at the ground level, every nook and corner of the state, Maharashtra. So there is perception, if you see the perception or narrative, that has been continuously going against the BJP or incumbent government in Maharashtra. So therefore, there is another talk which has been very strongly going on in Maharashtra.
What exactly is this narrative?
The narrative is that, narrative is that
the government is on the weak wicket.
Yeah, that is in sticky wicket.
Okay,
if you see, there are BJP had conducted multiple surveys, internal surveys. Even private companies have conducted surveys. Even the Bharatiya Janata Party General Secretary Vinod Tawde, who also submitted his own report. He denied it, but it's factual detail. That survey is clearly indicating that the BJP is on sticky wicket. On the other hand, Mahavikas Aghadi, their Vajramut, day by day getting very stronger and stronger because
China
of their vote base and everything.
Then why will the BJP do, supposedly do some kind of arrangement with Ajit Pawar? China NC? If this is what we were to take on face value as Sudhir is highlighting.
Look, Maria, I think before you ask questions which are hypothetical, substantive in nature, let's go into the past. The BJP and Shiv Sena were in alliance. 2014, we formed the government, we came to power. 2019, they used Prime Minister Modi's photograph for all their campaign, came to power, and then they chose to go with NCP and Congress. Let me finish my piece, sir.
Yes.
That was an unholy alliance which was only purely for the lust for power. If Eknath Shinde ji and his entire MLAs think that there is no ideology left, there is no accessibility, and they were unhappy and they chose to leave and join BJP, people have a huge kind of a question mark. I want to say, today world over, people are applauding Prime Minister Modi. All across the country, there are regional leaders, national leaders who are joining the BJP because they are just so mesmerized by his leadership and his charisma. Having said that, in Maharashtra, for the first time, we are giving stable, good governance. And there you're making it into a kind of a story that, oh, who is this person who is going to come? And who are these people who are going to join? And what is this Maharashtra buzz? Let me tell you, there is only one buzz, that is stability, good governance and development, and that is what the agenda is.
So the government, according to the BJP, is stable, and
the Maratha leader and Devendra Fadnavis ji and he are working in tandem, but it is for the larger good of people of the state and not based on caste, creed, community, or just for lust for power.
Let me ask Brijmohan. Brijmohan Srivastava, why did Ajit Pawar skip the NCP Youth Morcha meeting, which was crucial? He's seen as an important force in the party. Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule were present.
Actually, it does not mean that the Ajit Pawar Sahab is having no political strength in the NCP. He is a viable leader of the NCP. And if he is not present in that Yuva program, it makes no difference in the leadership actually. It's very loud and clear.
Yes, but there is no smoke without fire. Few days back, you know, we all know that the more the leaders say no, it's a yes. I mean, it's an indication of how things are taking shape. Something is brewing in the state, and Mr. Ajit Pawar could very well be the bigger pillar here around whom this entire power play is happening.
Yes, he's no doubt he's a strong pillar of the NCP as well as in the Mahavikas Agadi also. He's a leader of opposition. So no doubt in it. But why these people are interpreting in this way that the Ajit Pawar ji is going away from the NCP?
Sudhir Suryavanshi is saying. Sudhir Suryavanshi, why are you saying that? That is what Mr. Brijmohan is saying.
I think it is simply a presumption. And nothing reality
so
in it.
So everything that you have said so far is only presumption, Sudhir.
I don't think so. It's a presumption. If you see the statement made by the particular Mr. Ajit Pawar, in fact, he has praised the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Pune's interview, where he also said that in 2019, when the Mahavikas Agadi was formed, that time only they said goodbye to the secularism and they embraced the, Hindutva party like Shiv Sena and formed the Mahavikas Agadi. And another thing he said, why they should wait for the 2024 for the Chief Minister post. They can get it today, now also. It means that other thing is that I also reported for the paper. There is a lot of happening, things are happening within the BJP and the NCP. The talk has been going on. It may be an initial stage. It may be very primary stage, but things are happening because BJP want another partner to continue with the government and to win the further future election, Lok Sabha election and the state assembly election also. And Ajit Pawar, they see as a promising face of potential who can turn the table during the election. He is one of the strongest Maratha leader. Eknath Shinde is also Maratha, but he is not that much, his image is not that much, in comparison to Ajit Pawar as a Maratha strong
You are
leader.
essentially saying that those praise of the Prime Minister was not without a reason, that there is a backstory to it, and that backstory is actually leading Ajit Pawar to the BJP. Perhaps China NC, you should be celebrating that there is also already a leader with 24-25 MLAs in waiting to support the BJP.
So how? But how?
Did
how
you
he will
hear
remain as
the
a?
But Sudhir,
magnanimity?
whatever Sudhir has been saying has been coming true about Maharashtra.
It's a good story. It's a good.
Can I come
It's a
in?
good
Yes.
script.
No, but Sudhir Suryavanshi is saying whatever he has said so far
Maria,
has been
you
proven
asked
right.
me the question.
Yes, please, Shaina.
Maria, just I need only
Maria.
1 minute.
Yeah.
In 2019.
No, I'm going to come to you, Sudhir. I'll give you the final word. Let me have a word with Shaina, please. Yes.
Maria, you asked me the question, allow me the rebuttal. The BJP has nothing to worry about. Today we have 11.5 crore active members across the country. This is the world's largest political party. We have a charismatic leader called Narendra Modi, and the MAME Modi ji works like magic across the board. Having said that, look at the magnanimity of a disciplined cadre. You have Devendra Fadnavis's rebuttal today, where he says that Eknath Shinde will be the face of 2024. I mean, please understand, we are a disciplined cadre that believes that our leadership takes decisions.
So you're
and
not
we
worried
follow,
about what
like
may
loyal
happen in the
soldiers.
Supreme Court?
Unlike the Mahavinash Agadi that only wanted lust for power, only wanted
Sudhir, what is going to happen in Maharashtra in the next 1 week?
No ideology.
Okay, Sudhir, what will happen in Maharashtra in the next 1 week?
Here is development, stability, progress. Tell me, how does this combination
What
go
is
wrong?
happening in Maharashtra?
See, now if you see that in the last, Eknath Shinde has, surprisingly went on a 3 days holiday. Later on today, now they clarified that he is working from his, his hometown, that village from Satara district, and clearing the file. I surprised how can the CM is in Satara and clearing file in Mantralaya. Signature is also one of the important issue here. And he also supposed to attend some private function tomorrow. But as per my information, he is not going to attend that function. And I think he is also likely to meet Amit Shah. He will
So
be
what
in
will he tell him?
He will tell there is a very uncertainty in the Maharashtra. Instability has been increased. And if you see his people's statement, Sanjay Sirsat and other his minister and MLA, they clearly very unhappy with the way the things are moving in the Maharashtra.
All right.
They are not happy the way BJP is trying to poach or trying to kajal with the Ajit Pawar.
Thank you, Sudhir. Always a pleasure to get your perspective on Maharashtra. Thank you, Shaina, Brijmohan Srivastava and Rakesh Shetty. Thank you so much. It's a story we'll continue to track very, very closely, because it is being seen that perhaps there is so much buzzing in Maharashtra, whether it leads from Delhi or is it just about Mumbai. Let's see. Thank you so much. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Was getting this unconstitutional reservation of 4%, which has now been taken back. And coming to the point of Supreme Court saying that nothing should be proceeded till 9, yes, we always respect the Supreme Court decision, because when somebody has filed a case against a particular action of the government and the matter is sub judice, we respect the court decision and we will await.
No, the court also asked in the last hearing what was the pressing hurry. Why would you want to bring this, change this existing quota structure weeks before an election is declared?
Zaka, there's an old saying, just because I was unconsciously wrong yesterday does not mean I should be consciously wrong today. Therefore, the appeasement politics done by the previous governments of Congress and Janata Dal from 1994 onwards, we have now brought that to an end.
Okay.
And ensure that reservation is given to the poor and the needy and the deserving.
Okay, Aishwarya Mahadev, how do you respond to both of these facts that Mr. Prashant and the BJP are saying? Prashant, 1 second, let me go to the other guest. Mr. Prashant and the BJP are saying that A, this is against the fundamental tenets of the Indian Constitution. Our founding fathers of the Constituent Assembly did not want quotas to be based on religion. So how do you justify that? And 2, that poor Muslims are continuing to get quota, the benefits of it under the EWS quota as well as other reservation provisions.
Zaka, good evening. And first of all, I do fear for the job security for the spokesperson, because what he just said is in direct contradiction to what his boss, Mr. Amit Shah, said. And for Mr. Amit Shah should also check who was the chief minister in power when the Muslim quota, or rather as they would like to believe, it's this faith-based quota, was even offered? Zaka, a few clarifications. From the Millers Committee of 1921 to the Chinnappa Reddy Committee, the classification to give reservation for Muslims was not based on faith. One, it was based on acute social and educational backwardness, which has been upheld in subsequent reports as well. When the AG and when they tried to mislead the court, Justice Nagratna herself said, you are making lies and this is fallacious, because the fact is the Muslim community was not getting any reservation based on faith. It was based on socio and economic backwardness that has been reiterated in several other reports. Second, Zaka, I'm going to tell you how this is a complete fraud on everybody in Karnataka. This cabinet decision on reservations, none of this will even pass and happen for two reasons. One, you have breached the 50% cap while the center has not allowed you to do so. So your SC/ST reservations will not take hold. Second, for any reclassification of any OBC communities and any categorization, you need three things to be done. Otherwise, this will be void. One, you need empirical data. Two, you need to have a final backward classes commission report that has not happened. And three, you need a socio-economic census, none of which have been done. None of the actions of the BJP government are actually going to come to fruition. It is mere electioneering and it is a ploy which is a fraud upon the aspirations of all communities.
No, so no. If it is an election ploy, no. One second. Aishwarya, one second. Let me ask Aishwarya. If it's an election ploy, as you're saying, then how are you going to respond to it electorally? Because the BJP has thrown the gauntlet at you. They are saying that, look, Congress brings in quotas for Muslims. We take away that quota and we give it to Vokoligas and to Lingayats. We are the only ones who care about the Hindus. Congress only cares about the Muslims.
You know, Zaka, it is so unfortunate that the BJP is so bankrupt and deprived of any issues of development that this is what they've resorted to. The Kannadigas in my state have lived peacefully, and today you've taken 4% from one community and piecemeal divided it to two other communities that were asking you for 15 and 12% respectively. The Congress's response is this. We believe social justice is one of the most important responsibilities of any political party. We're saying remove the 50% cap. We're saying we will have a better socio-economic census to ensure all communities are adequately represented. And we've also asked the central government to take the onus on releasing this census data. The Karnataka Congress stands for social justice for all, not for pluck for one and throw at the other or pull from the other.
No, but Aishwarya, you still haven't answered my question. I'll ask Syed Aslam and then also to... No, one second, sir. One second. I need to go to two other guests. There are 4 guests on this show. So let me go to guest number 3, Mr. Syed Aslam of the JDS. Aishwarya has not answered this question, but I'm going to ask you this. Fundamentally, the problem with the Muslim quota, even as Aishwarya argues, it was not based on religion or faith. It was based on socio-economic backward status. The fundamental problem was that socio-economic backward status was for people of one faith. That 4%, if you were socially and economically backward but not from the Muslim faith, you were not entitled to that 4% quota. Now, please tell me, Syed Aslam, why that should not be seen legally as a violation of the fundamental tenet of the Constitution that you cannot have quotas based on religion.
Well, Zaka, let me give you a very valid response to some stats. The Sachar committee report has categorically said the Muslim community, with respect to socio-economic and educational status, is behind the SC community. Let me give you some stats. The youth between the age of 15 to 24. Yeah. Okay. I think.
No, go on. I can hear you.
Are you able to hear?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So, Zaka, let me give you some stats. Some empirical evidence as well. Zaka, in the Sachar committee report, it was categorically told that the Muslim community.
Last 1 year, for 52 weeks, we've been #1 across time bands, across our different data points, across different viewer segments. The fact that for the last entire year, we have dominated the ratings, there is no parallel to this. 1 year of non-stop, undefeated, unbeaten #1. I think it's a great testament to the young team here at CNN News 18. This is great validation for us and for this young team here to continue on this path and to continue bringing you stories that we believe are making a difference to your lives.
Namaste and Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. And as we join you live on this Wednesday edition, I'm just getting confirmation that the first group of Indian citizens will land back on Indian soil in the national capital sometime around 10:45 later this night. They're en route in a plane that's left from Jeddah and it's on its way to the national capital. Now, ahead of the Karnataka elections, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath hit the campaign trail and launched a scathing attack on the Congress. But more of that in just a bit. First, what we need to tell you is that Operation Kaveri is in full swing. And this has been spoken about by multiple star campaigners, including Yogi Adityanath and Rajnath Singh, on the campaign trail in Karnataka. But the larger story is that India will do what it requires for the safety of its citizens and for bringing them back home. This is a commitment of the government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and India has actually